Hi, this is Larry Carter. This is Tony Winrow, my assistant today. And we're going to go through the sequence for the defense against a rear forearm choke. And this is what I teach my students at my school. Okay, first, I teach them how to survive the rear forearm choke. The rear forearm choke is when the arm comes around the neck and then they're either tightening up or they're pulling you back from here, and you're either going to get an air choke right across the throat, or if they're a little bit further, you might be more of a blood choke. It doesn't matter. The self-defense is the same. As soon as you see that arm come around, here's what I want you to do. Bring your hands up. Pretend like this is like a monkey bar out at the playground. Bring your hands up, tuck your chin, and hang so that your hips are below your opponent's hip. This allows you to breathe so that when he tightens up, he has to hold up my body weight. And you can see there's no change in my voice because there's no pressure on my neck. And I have people hold this position for 5 or 10 seconds, move around a little bit, just so that they get confident that they can survive. Once they know they can survive, then we can move on to the first defense. First defense is they haven't pulled you back, so you still have your hips under you. From here, we're either going to do an overhead throw or a side shoulder throw. Now, for people who don't have a lot of experience with their break falls yet, I only have them do the throw halfway. So from here to right here, and put it down. The key to the throw is to make sure that your hips are below your opponent's hips. Your knees are bent. From here, you're able to push your butt out as you bring your head down. And it's like the fulcrum of a seesaw, just like that. Okay, so let's demonstrate that throw. So from here, he grabs, immediately I defend, and then I throw. Okay. And then you can follow up with your stomps, your add-ins, or whatever techniques you want to do. Okay. Now, the second scenario that you might come across is when they're pulling you back. Or, in this case, me being that there's such a height difference between the two of us, he may collapse me to get me down. Boom, just like that. Now look at where my hips are. I don't have my hips under me anymore, so I can't do that throw. So here's what I do. From here, my outside leg is just going to step back and fish for his leg so that it kind of traps it. Once I feel, I don't have to look, but once I feel that leg there, I step out so that I'm in a horse stance facing the opposite direction. He's a little bit off balance, and I've got strong balance in my stance. From here, I'm going to rotate to a forward stance this way and do a leg throw, over the calf throw, and then follow up with whatever techniques I want to do. So one more time, he pulls me back. Now nothing has changed, I still protect my neck. Fish, trap, turn, and using my body, not my upper body strength, but my whole body, I turn so that I can throw him effortlessly. There's one more scenario, and that's when he pulls me back, I fish for that leg, for that foot, and he moves it. Or it's just not there. So here's what I do. I take the other leg and I step through, which puts me in this position. If I'm fast enough, then I can pull my head out. Okay? If not, we have a whole other sequence of techniques from what we call the headlock position. So from here, and that would be the way you get out of that. So that is the sequence for self-defense against a rear forearm choke. Attention.